Hi there, this is Baroness Jenny for the Baron's Party Paints. I am so ridiculously excited to talk about this mini. She started life as a dancing girl mini from Deep Cuts. Anyone who's been watching this for a while knows that I have been struggling for such a long time to find a mini for this one particular character. I love playing her, but I can't find a single one of any of the minis available that I really like for her. Except I really like this dancing girl's figure. Unfortunately, she wasn't the right race. But you know I've just done a video about chopping the horns and tail off of a male tiefling. Well, here she is. It's Aria! Oh my gosh, look how pretty! It's Aria. I mean, she's still not like 100% what I would want to have as my Aria mini, but she's just about perfect. I mean, basically, I'm going to be honest here, the biggest thing I'd want is bigger knockers on her, but oh my gosh, I'm so proud of this! And this is the first one I've done where I've chopped off bits of one mini and glued them onto another one. I say glued it, I did use the liquid green stuff mostly. Green stuff perfectly well worked for the horns, they attached straight away. The fiddliest bit of that was actually getting them to... They were clinging to my fingers more than they were to the figure initially, but now they are rock solid. Her tail did take me a little bit longer getting it to stay on. Weirdly not because that part of the figure wasn't flat, it was actually an ideal slot for the tail. The worst part was it just didn't want to cling at all, and I did knock it a couple of times while I was working, so that's probably not helped. I ended up using a combination of liquid green stuff and the glue that I usually use to attach the figures to their bases. And it does actually seem fairly stable now. I don't think anything's knocking it off now. And oh my god, it's Aria, you guys! Ah! Isn't she gorgeous? Isn't she? Very beautiful. No wonder everyone paid so much money for her. Okay, now I can actually talk about the various different colours of paints, and I did specifically buy these just for Aria, and I bought the paints before I had the figure, which is a very bad habit, don't do that. But I knew I wanted to paint one of her eventually. Her skin is fulgrim pink, which is that lovely pastel pink. Isn't it beautiful? And her hair is Emperor's Children. It's Emperor's Children actually with a coat of volupus pink, just to give it that hot pink look. So this is actually what the volupus pink is intended for. It's for going over other pink colours to really give it that highlight. It probably works over reds as well now I'm looking. But it really does give it that really nice hot pink look to her hair, which is exactly what I wanted. I'm so happy. Her shirt, to be honest, again, I didn't have quite the right shade of pale green that I really wanted for her. So I ended up having to mix moot green and white scar just to get that nice pale peridot green. I'm sure they actually do a shade of green that would be ideal for it. I just limited budget here, guys. Her skirt layers are Jean Steeler purple and more of that unique green that I mixed up, and Avalan Sunset for the yellows. And then I've just gone over some of the edging with Retributor armour to give her some gold highlights. And I've done the same on some bangles on her wrists. I did give her a sort of tiara thing. The reason for that is the figure itself comes with like a headscarf. And while the horns covered most of that, honestly, it was just the edge that I really couldn't disguise as anything other than what it was. So I thought I'll just highlight that in gold and make it look like those are her horn decorations and a bit of a tiara type thing. And it really bloody works. Her eyes are also... Oh, they're Flash Gitz yellow actually, now I'm looking. I thought they were Avaland. No, Flash Gitz, they're slightly brighter. Oh gosh, I just love playing as Aria so much. She's so fun and flirty and she doesn't give a crap. I love it. Oh, I just remembered I did do the trick I did on Peg as well, the highlighting of the tits, which again I just used the Emperor's Children, which is the darker of the two pinks I've used on her, just to line the line of her cleavage and just gives them a little bit more depth. As I say, I love her so much. I've never done an edit like this on a mini before, but oh my gosh, it really works. I would say if you're getting into this as hobbyists like I am, definitely wait until you've painted up a few that you just like as is first before you start doing this stuff, and secondly make sure the mini you're cutting bits off of you're not precious over. The mini that I used a male tiefling sorcerer that I had a spare one of because the other one was for aid, I think. It was either for aid or for another figure who's a male tiefling. I can't remember. It was one of those two anyway, and I had a spare male tiefling, and I thought, you know what, all I need to make this figure what I want is horns and a tail. And I can't believe... I mean, if I hadn't pointed out, I don't think you'd necessarily even know that I have done that edit myself. I might be flattering myself slightly there. But, I love her so much. I can't wait for the next Archipelago of Dragons now so I can use her for something. Oh, she's so beautiful. Okay, I could wax lyrical about Aria the whole time, but if you want to hear fun stories about Aria, frankly, I would just go and watch Archipelago of Dragons or listen to it. You could have that going in the background while you do something else. I will say the big star of it for me is my younger sister who is playing MiiBee, just because she is managing to play sarcastic and bitchy so well that occasionally I'm worried I've genuinely annoyed her. And I love that MiiBee and Aria have got this, I'd say vitriolic friendship, but it's really more vitriolic hatred. And it's not even that really, because Aria doesn't even dislike MiiBee that much. But the more MiiBee is pushing away, the more Aria is thinking, perhaps I ought to back off, but that's not in my nature. It's honestly very funny to play. It's kind of funny to listen to. I'm flattering us a bit, but definitely it's funny. And I am so glad I finally got an Aria figure I like. Yay! Okay, I will talk to you guys later about other minis, I'm absolutely sure, but for now I'm going to go ahead and keep admiring my Aria figurine.